Hi, welcome to Resident Resources. I'm Emily.
And I'm Brittany Ping.
Today we're going to talk a little bit about vendor coordination and how this applies to you. So if you create a work order and it's not something that our maintenance team can handle, we will be reaching out to the proper vendor, whether that be for a roof leak or a plumber, maybe your boiler's out. I would get that work order submitted to that you have submitted assigned to me, and I would contact the proper vendor. Now, the thing that's hard about this is we're kind of the middle party. They are making their schedule work around our schedule, and we're working with your schedule. So it kind of sometimes does get a little hairy with the coordination.
What about the kind of routine vendor things? Do we have routine vendors that work with us?
Yes, I would say our main one is our pest control. We have Modern Pest that comes out and services a few of our properties. And so they would be a normal one that you may see monthly based on the contract.
So it's a little bit easier to talk about what notification for a vendor looks like, especially when we're talking about this routine vendor, a vendor that does have a pattern with us for some period of time. So what would it look like? You know, you're the one that's been escalated to bring in a vendor, the vendor's coming through. How do you make sure tenants know what's going on?
Yeah, so as soon as the work order is assigned to me, I like to reach out to the vendor and get their time frames so that I can ensure that when coordinating with the tenant, we will be able to have the vendor come. I would then, if it's a normal modern pest treatment, you would receive an email on how to prepare and a text message. But otherwise, if it's not a normal vendor, we would just stay in constant communication and follow-ups until the job is completed.
Awesome. And so when it's something like a heat issue or a hot water issue, which for a resident, right, those feel like really urgent, you know, when we're working with vendors, especially as it gets into the winter and like the deep part of the early spring, when timeframes are a little bit slower, how do you make sure that the vendor knows how important this is? Or what do you do on behalf of our residents when you're talking back to vendors?
So a good example of this would be our leaks over this rainy season that we've had. We had 10 leaks, and of course everyone was so urgent. And what I did was we pulled in a couple different vendors. We tried to coordinate with their time frames, and we just really tried to make sure that the tenants knew that we were moving forward. The ball was rolling, and that communication piece I think is key, just making sure everyone's updated.
Awesome. And this is a big piece that wasn't happening. We brought Emily in. She's got this skill set for customer service. So this is a big piece. If you're experiencing a work order that's been escalated and it's with a vendor, you know, if you have any questions about it, if you haven't already heard from Emily, Emily is the one that's going to assist you and walk you through the process, maybe take any feedback that you have about our vendors. That's a really important piece for us as well.
Yeah, we like to hire vendors who are not only going to do a great job, but are also going to respect your area and your property as well. So I would love to hear that feedback, good or bad.
Yeah. And so how can they get that feedback to you or that communication with you?
So my email address here at Ledgeview is ejackson@ledgeview.com, or you can call us at 603-591-1246, extension 2.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.